Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm doing a Christmas video, and we're talking about Death in Paradise's Christmas special this year. Now, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Lots of thrills getting in there. Lots of a great story, really. Great murder mystery. I love to review these. I review these every year at Christmas, and I'm reviewing it this year, obviously. Just like I say, this is my last video of 2023. So what a great year it's been. We got to 100 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you for that. And we managed to, well, we've done a great year, and I'm really proud of this year. And thank you guys, thank you. Let's get into the video, this review anyway. So, Death in Paradise Christmas Special. We open up in Woking, which is a nice place. Been to Woking, it's alright. But they open with this nice. It's just basically just covered in grey, and it's all it's all miserable, the south of England. It was a bit funny, kind of like that. Opening, open to this guy on a computer. He's just like playing games, and obviously his wife or girlfriend or whatever goes away to Sainte Marie because she's been offered to go there as a job thing. So we think originally, obviously, for the tables turn, obviously. She goes there. She spends the night there with those people. And then the day after, bam, there's a scream coming from downstairs. I think the bloke called, I think his name was Jerry. He fell to his death, and basically the woman who went there, obviously for the work thing, and the other girl Riley, they go down there. They go down to the ravine area or whatever it's called, and they see Jerry's dead body, and then they go, so it's behind you, and then everyone's like, boom, and then we go into the kind of the intro and all that sort of stuff, and Neville's mum arrives on Sainte Marie, and that's interesting. She's very loud and energetic, I would say. She's a bit different to Neville in many ways. Reminded me of Neville's sister, actually, which is a bit more of a tie-in there to his family, really. So that was kind of interesting to see her. She was quite good in the show. We'll probably see her again sometime, I reckon. But yeah, that was all great. Back to the murder mystery kind of element about it. I did enjoy the relationship that all the characters kind of had. The guy Jerry who died, everyone heard his scream, which is really loud, which will come back into the finale. Is it all there? And this girl called Riley, she keeps on calling Marlon by like his first name rather than the officer name. She keeps on calling him Marlon, which is really funny. And I think Riley and Marlon should get together. Bit of a romance I think they should have going on. But I did like the character of Riley. She was nice and lovely, all that kind of stuff. I think they need a character like her in the show. Pretty good. And then she talked about how they overheard like arguments and things like that, and that stuff. Jerry was like thrashing around this thing saying, "You can't get away with this" and stuff like that. And his son wanted to keep he wanted money to use it to. He didn't want to shut down the business. He didn't want to declare bankruptcy. He wanted to remain at the same. A woman goes missing after she finds the body, which is the woman who came over from Woking, came all the way to Sainte Marie, and she goes missing because she got, like, I think it was whacked on the head, and then she lost her memory and she couldn't remember who she was. So she went and she stayed with a friend of one of the other police officers, and basically she also had dementia, so she forgot her, but she could remember her, kind of, which was interesting. So they used her as the element because she had dementia, and they kind of tied that together there, which I thought was very good. Very good way to do that. So moving on to the other stuff, we then find out that there's we know that she's gone missing. Then her husband comes back, and her husband seems like a really great guy. He keeps on walking around the island delivering leaflets and notes asking her where she is, because he cares about her that much. He loves her that much that he walked around the entire island about 3 dozen times, and he kept on going round and round and round, round and round and everything, just so he could find her, which just goes to show how much he really loved her, and I think that's really nice in the story. So back to what I was saying earlier, the daughter, she and her boyfriend, who's like this criminal, basically what he does, the criminal, he goes over to the UK to take a very valuable Ming item, the Ming pots, which are very rare and valuable, and they decide to swap it with a fake king. So they go to Woking, obviously, they do that, but this ties to the story later on, because in the end, the murderer is revealed, which is still very good. Catherine's in the story. She's really great. I love Catherine. She's a great character. And also, Neville's mum and her have quite a good relationship. Naomi's good as ever. I really like Naomi. And Marlon, they're all really great. The commissioner, commissioner at the beginning of the story, basically Neville tells the people to switch off the Christmas lights because he's worried that those teenagers were mucking around with the Christmas lights, but actually they were just doing that anyway, so the inspector got a bit angry, so that was interesting. Moving back onto the main case, though, of the story. So Riley is one of the standout characters. I think they need her to come back. I campaign to bring back Riley to Death in Paradise. So we're gonna start. So yeah. So all that stuff goes down, obviously, with Jerry's being murdered. Jerry's wife, who I originally thought was going to be the murderer, she just kind of gave me the vibes that she was going to be some kind of evil character, but it didn't really happen like that. So it didn't really happen like that. So I hoped that she would be the murderer, but she wasn't, because she was actually a nice person, and her children were actually the murderers. And do you know what I said earlier about the scream that happened? That scream was actually happened earlier. So they'd actually murdered him earlier, pushed him over the edge, just so he wouldn't take the thing. And that "it's behind you" thing was talking about the vase being in the back of the video, which I thought really nice, tied together with all the kind of some of the more things. And they say that they took something to do with art and modelling or something like that, something to do with like old things, antiques and stuff. So that was interesting, that tied into that. That was very good. But I did enjoy that bit as well. Something else that I think I should mention is obviously Jerry's character. He was a bit angry to start with because his children were doing things, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna get locked up. You're gonna be like that, stuff like that." And the notes were actually hidden in a bottle behind the thing, which I thought was really great. Where it's like, "it's behind you," "it was behind you," and "it was behind you" meant kind of the two things as well. It was a running theme from "it's behind you," a bit like pantomime, which is a Christmas thing, which tied back. I went to the pantomime this year. Really good, really good. It had Christopher Pizzi in it, and he's brilliant. The guy from Basil Brush. He was brilliant. Never mind, that's a bit out of context, but yeah. So yeah, that was really brilliant. So obviously the daughter and the son were both the murderer. Basically, he pushed him over. He pushed his dad Jerry over. He fell down, collapsed, said a few words. "It's behind you," died, and then the daughter pressed record on the screen. And then basically what she did after that was then she pressed record on the screen. You heard the "ah," and then he fell to his death. So they played the thing loud. He obviously went back, made it look as if he'd been awake though. He was fully dressed, which was a bit strange and a bit unusual, because you thought if that guy was up early in the morning, it must have been like, I don't know, 6, 5 or something like that in the morning. So to come out like that was a bit strange, if I'm completely honest. yeah, there's a bit of reason that a man's wife wasn't like that. But yeah, that was rather interesting that them two revealed the murder. I didn't really think they were the murderer. I knew there was something suspicious going on because the girl had a boyfriend who was that robber who did rob the vase, and I really enjoyed the ending because the what do you call it, the vase was given back to the rightful owner, and they said it's worth like £1 million, and they're like, whoa. So they're just like, they're really happy, which I think's really great, obviously, because they're in Woking and they didn't have as much money. I don't think um, didn't have as much money. And then they found out they got like £1 million, and they're like, wow, this is brilliant. But I guarantee what I'd be doing, I'd be quitting from their business after we found out they were trying to rob me, you know. But basically told them that they were millionaires without them even knowing, which I thought was absolutely brilliant and a great story way to go. Neville's mum's really nice to the guy who goes looking around the island. All really good. The whole story was really great. I really want Marlon and Riley to have a relationship going into, I think it's series 13 now. I mean, how quickly life goes, you know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new series, and I hope they bring back Riley and Marlon. I think that could be a good relationship. If any of you writers and producers are watching my video, you're probably not, but if you are, you could use that as a good idea, I think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a video next year. This is my last video of 2023. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more content. I'm going to do an end of year video on the 1st of January, just talking about how my year, how 2023's been, what do I think is going to happen in 2024, how the year's going to go and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that, and there'll be more videos coming about some more Christmas specials later on in January, because yeah. Bye for now. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year. Bye for now.